Cookie Crisps slogan?
Cookie Crisps.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Hey everybody.
Hey everybody.
You didn't do the claps, boys.
Hey everybody.
Hey everybody.
Hey, everybody!
It just felt like it.
Okay,
we do
that's
what
fine.
we feel.
Yeah, we do.
Mysteries abound, man.
Yeah.
Deep energy.
Welcome back to the King of the Bean. I am your host, Ian, and I
Surprise.
have Ryan and Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the only one who comes up with ideas nowadays.
That's true.
You
You know what's funny? Sidebar. I was talking to Enrique about sidebar. I was talking to Enrique last night because he hasn't listened to it in a while, but he does listen to it like every now and then. And we were talking about like the name and like the beans and stuff. He's like, yeah, because that's how you guys decide who does the topics. I'm like, dude, we haven't done it in a while. It's just whoever comes up with an idea, and it's usually Ian. I'm like, that's just Ian's just in charge, man. Yeah.
yeah, this is my show.
Yeah.
No, it's our show.
Our show.
But yeah, so today we're gonna play a game called Mind versus Heart. So I am going to ask a series of questions, and we're going to see if the boys, lean more towards their heart or their head.
All right.
So there will be one option for the question where it's more of like an emotional choice, or like, you're using your head or your heart, and one's more of like the logical, head choice. Yes.
So is this a what would you do in this situation?
No, it's just which option would you take?
Oh, okay.
So it's A or B. Mind
Number one.
or heart.
Number one.
Heart is red
number two.
because hearts pump blood, which is red when it's not oxygenated.
No,
When it is oxygenated.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, good job.
I
Go
knew
back
that.
to school.
I knew that. I was like,
All
wait,
right,
no, veins
we'll
are
see
blue.
you next week.
Yeah, it's done.
So
Ian
yeah.
didn't choose mine today.
The heart is red because it pumps blood, and when blood is oxygenated, it is red.
Uh-huh.
And the mind is black because that's the other side.
Yeah.
And that's the only logical choice.
Yeah. Anyways.
So let's get into it.
Okay. I'm in it.
To win it.
Would you follow your head or your heart if you had to choose between a high-paying job you dislike or a low-paying job that you're passionate about?
That. Orion chooses hard, so
Yeah.
you're the odd man out. Why?
Yeah. Because I've already spent too much time working at jobs I hated, and it sucks and it's draining to your entire life force.
Sure.
And I would rather do something that I'm passionate about and enjoy doing, even if I make less money doing it.
I feel like that is valid to a certain extent, because in economy today, things are expensive, and at some point you have to kind of bite the bullet a little bit to be like, hey, I might not like the job necessarily, but it pays the bills, and that's what I need to do as an adult.
And that's what I have done. But if I have the choice,
Sure.
I want to not hate my life every single day.
Yeah, but he's
Sure.
now gonna get the job he wants. He's gonna move to the middle of nowhere, and he's gonna make bank.
Oh, well, maybe not.
Moving to the middle.
Yeah, so I was telling Ian
You're gonna
that...
become Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I wish. But I was telling Ian that...
Later. Tell your story later. Go ahead.
I was telling Ian that... I'm just seeing if you're going to do something else. That...
No, he reminded me of
Yeah, I know I did. Go ahead.
I was telling Ian that one of my friends, or a couple of my friends, was after class the other day, was telling me that they were looking up salaries for counselors, school counselors, and in Hesperia, which is by Victorville, pretty much in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like Edge of San Bernardino. Starting salary for school counselors is $122.
That's pretty good.
Starting
Yeah,
salary.
and I was telling him that, and then I was like, so you may not know where that is. Go east from, like, my parents' place. Go north from, like, Joshua Tree.
Yeah.
And that's where you go. He's like, wow, that is the middle of nowhere.
Like, there's nothing there. And they're so far away from anything. Like, you can't even live somewhere else and then commute there because it'd be, like, a 40-minute commute from anywhere else. But, like... 122 starting.
Yeah.
Like, that's
but
crazy.
you're gonna spend half your money just traveling to civilization.
Yeah, but you don't need to. You just
You're not gonna visit the rest of us?
No.
You're gonna go isolate in Hesperia?
Ryan, you could not do that. You are too much of a social creature.
No, I'm not gonna do that. But I'm like, it's not a horrible idea though. Like,
No,
it's
no.
a lot of money.
Yeah,
But
I hear
I don't
that.
want to live in Hesperia,
No, I hear that.
so I'm not gonna do that. Probably.
I don't even think they have an airport.
There was like a small airport nearby on the map when I looked.
By nearby on the map is
No,
like
it was like in the area.
Ah.
There's like a small airport, but it's probably like prop jets or whatever. It's not like an actual function. I don't know what it is. I didn't look it up.
That's
You
But
just get a little
but
flight to Burbank.
it is funny that you mentioned airport because that was one of the things I saw on the map was that there's some semblance of an airport there.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I would still like I agree with you, Josh, and like you need to make enough money to live, and that's the problem is we live in this society where the more fiscally responsible jobs are the least enjoyable jobs.
Mm-hmm. At least for a lot of people.
For a lot of people, yeah, especially if you're poor and you just need to work.
Mm.
Like those jobs aren't fun.
No.
But like
But they
if
pay
I
the bills.
had the choice, if I get to choose, I would rather make less money and do something I'm passionate about and enjoy than make more money and hate my life every day.
I would definitely choose that as long as I could still make enough money living.
Yeah.
And that's what I would do. Like if it's like enough that I can still function and be okay, that's
And not
fine.
be
I don't
completely
need
stressed about
opulence.
it.
Yeah, I don't need opulence.
Yeah, I mean, I just chose mind the higher paying for job that you might dislike because I feel like I'm doing that now.
So I was like, what else is new?
Because I mean, it pays decent, but I don't know. I enjoy it sometimes, and then other times I really don't enjoy it because there's a lot of politics of working in the office. But I mean, it is what it is. But it would be nice to do something where I didn't like dread going to work all the time.
Yeah, and that's how I was every single day, and I didn't even make that much money, and it still just sucked.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't want to do and that was part of my problem is like I was tired of doing stuff I hated every single day. I want to wake up and not hate my life.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
I
human
would
nature.
pick that if given the option.
Sure, I hear you.
I choose happiness.
Every time.
Yeah.
What about you?
Like my thought process was just like I need to pay bills, I need to do stuff, I need to be able to live my life. And sometimes wanting to live my life it would come at the cost of maybe doing something that I don't necessarily like working at. But outside of that I could still live my life nice.
Josh is also the best of us at doing things he doesn't want to do.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, to an extent. Because there's some things where Josh doesn't want to do it, he's not going to do it. But if it was like a job, he would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. More resilience with that sort of stuff.
I don't know. I want you guys to work at the Cube for 8 years. And tell
No,
me
I do
how
not want to
you
work
come out
in
of that.
retail.
I'll do it for 1 week.
yeah, that'll be too much. That'll be too much.
Like, you go over there, kids. I don't know who the fuck you
it's
are.
not the kids, man. It's the freaking management there. That's the worst.
I'm sure.
So, okay, next question. If you discovered a loved one was lying to you, would you confront them immediately or gather more evidence first?
It depends on the lie.
Was cheating on you?
Just a lie.
Yeah, I agree. It
Just-
depends on the lie.
So I guess I'd go evidence then. Because it depends on what it is. I don't know. I need more evidence for this question.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I think in most cases I'd probably want to gather more evidence because you can't just confront somebody off of hearsay.
It's true.
Because, I mean, if somebody's just telling you, like, oh, hey, this person's lying to you about this thing, I mean, you don't know what their intentions are. They could be lying to you about the thing.
Yeah.
Or playing into your insecurities or something. And, I mean, you don't want to... Or if you approach them, you would need to do it calmly. But you can't just be like, so I heard you're fucking Becky from accounting. And then, your whole
Becky.
relationship blows up because of that.
Yeah, I would say too. It's like it's something that you have to try your hardest to keep a sound mind into, cause like if it was me, and like my friends told me that like you were cheating on me, I initially would want to believe them because my friends would have the best intentions in me, but I also know you as a person, so I'd be like, that doesn't make sense though.
Yeah.
So I would try my hardest to be like, no, like what actually is going on here?
Yeah.
I would argue against it.
Yeah, or maybe like they thought they saw something that wasn't what they saw.
Yeah, which they can only believe what they believe is
like
their
misperception is.
Yeah, which what happens all the time, and especially in TV shows, which is dumb and I hate it. But that's beside the point. But that would be my thought process if this would happen if it was like a cheating situation in my life.
So I think I know how you would both respond to this one. But would you prioritize your own happiness or the stability of your family?
What does stability of your family mean?
Like keeping the peace between family members?
Well, so how I'm reading it is like you have a spouse and kids.
Sure.
And you have to make a choice that would either make you happier or something that would benefit your kid. Or like the rest of your family. So like it could be taking that higher paying job that makes you unhappy, but it sets to the rest of your family.
Is that red or black?
Yeah, like how you
family is head.
Family is head.
I would choose
Or,
family.
wait. Yeah, family is head
I
apparently.
would choose family.
I would pick family.
I would pick family. We're all family men.
Yeah, we're family guys.
We are. There's 100. That's not the family.
There's 104 days of summer.
Copyright. It's too good. It's too good.
You're too perfect, dude.
But
you sound just like the guy from Boy and Presume.
yeah.
Imagine.
But yeah, I think it's in our mindset that I don't know if maybe it's like how we perceive life or how we were raised or whatever, but like I feel like we all hold family value a lot higher than ourselves, which to an extent is noble, but at the same time you have to find a balance to it all.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it depends on the situation.
Sure.
But I definitely think if push came to shove in most places, I would probably put my family's needs above my own.
Yes.
But I also put most people's needs above my own.
Yeah, which
So
is
I
not
don't
a
think
healthiest mindset to be in.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that's what I was gonna go off of. It's like
Yeah.
you still need to prioritize yourself, but a lot of things are kind of like manageable to the point where you're like, yeah, I can put my family ahead of me for this.
So, okay. So if a friend betrayed you, would you forgive them because of your emotional connection or
No.
cut ties to avoid future hurt?
It depends on the betrayal.
situation.
Yeah.
I would say I'm generally less emotional about it because I feel like I have been in situations where like I don't know if I would say I was betrayed, but where people made choices that were not what I agreed, and then they made decisions, and I'm like, okay, well that's your choice. And
Since it is the word betrayal that was in the prompt,
well, what would a betrayal be?
I don't know, something that you consider as a
What
betrayal
does
to
that
like
mean?
your values as a friend or the relationship you have with them.
Cause that's what I'm thinking too. Cause like if I were to like think about it, like something that they did and it's something that I don't necessarily agree with, it would depend on what it is. If I found out like my friends were like cheating on their like significant others with another person, that doesn't necessarily affect me.
Right, like does that count as a betrayal?
But I would definitely see them differently afterwards.
Okay, well then I have been betrayed.
Well, this is the betrayal to like your relationship specifically. Let's say.
To our relationships.
Yeah.
So I
Like
had a
trying to-
friend who cheated on his girlfriend, and me.
Later.
Yeah, not on here. I'll tell you later.
It's gonna be such a side
You
tangent.
know this story.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, well, maybe you should.
Wait, is this cube people?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So he cheated on his girlfriend, and me and Daisy, mostly Daisy, called him out on it,
Sure.
and then he got defensive and then didn't want to be friends with us anymore. Does that count as a betrayal?
I would
Because
say
in
so.
that situation, like Daisy was really hurt by it, and still is, honestly. But like,
Was Daisy really close to the other girl?
I mean, yeah, we were all friends.
Okay.
We were all friends.
So was
We were all
another
friends.
coworker at the cube?
Yeah, they were all coworkers. We were all friends, but her and him were super close. Like they were
I
friends
think that would be
before.
more of a betrayal on Daisy than you.
I think so too, but him and I were close too. Like we would play Xbox together all the time. The four of us hung out together all the time, and he, you know who it is. went to his birthday party last night.
Oh.
Because we have reconnected since then.
Gotcha.
And he apologized for everything, and like we had a very long conversation a couple weeks ago up till like 1 in the morning, and like whatever, bygones be bygones. But at the time, right, like it was a betrayal of me too, because I'm like, you made a mistake. And like now you don't want to be my friend because we called you out on it and said, hey, why are you doing this? Like,
Yeah.
you know that's not okay.
Yeah, I would consider that.
And you're doubling down on it and then saying, well, I don't want to be your friends anymore. And then we weren't friends for like 6 years.
Yeah, I would consider that a betrayal.
So does that count as a betrayal?
Yeah, I would consider that.
Yeah. So then, in that situation, then Daisy was this, and I was this. Because I was very much like, yeah, this sucks, and like, he messed up, but he made his choices, and he knows what he's doing, and like, if he doesn't want to be friends, then whatever.
Yeah, that's
not my problem
That's
anymore.
his decision.
Like, he knows, and we knows, and
We
know.
I was
Nose goes, am I right?
I was talking to someone
Well, but
about how, like, it's funny how you can hear something about what someone did, and it does something to you where they look different.
Yeah.
Like, something about that just physically changes their appearances to you, and it's crazy how the mind works with that.
It's very much the Dave Grohl situation. Did you hear about that?
No.
so Dave Grohl's the frontman for.
Foo Fighters.
Yes.
And was the drummer for Nirvana.
He's very popular, like rock band, guy. But he was also considered very like wholesome.
Yeah.
And
He just seems like a really
like
cool
one
dude.
of the good ones.
Sure.
And recently,
Some allegations.
it was found out that
Nope.
he had an affair and has a daughter out of his marriage.
Dang.
And he's been married to his wife for like 20 plus years or something,
Yeah.
and they have 3 daughters.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And now all of a sudden, you know, he has a new daughter with this mysterious woman.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. But yeah, it depends on what the situation is. I feel like most of the time I would work in my head and be like, I'm kind of, if it doesn't affect me directly, which is not what the prompt says, like, I wouldn't necessarily care, but I would also be fine with cutting ties with someone if they wronged me.
Yeah,
in such a
if a
severe
friend
way.
betrayed you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think depend on the severity.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I wouldn't say a lot of people have like betrayed, especially like in person, mostly online and stuff. But sometimes I think I just give people too many chances before I cut them off.
Sure.
Yeah. I kind of feel
Because I'm like, I mean, I still feel like you're a good person and like we had good times together, but eventually, like, so you build up like my acceptance level of like how far you can go, and then it's like you slowly will deplete all of it. And you know, the worse thing you do, the more you lose. So you know, maybe there's one thing that you could lose all of it at once, but if it's like a bunch of little things, it'll slowly go down, type of thing. But yeah. So I mean, I'm in the middle, but I'm definitely. I think even more now, though, I'm definitely willing to just cut somebody off if they're, like, not of a benefit, because ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
And I got too many people I actually want to do stuff with that I'm like, I don't need an extra person who's just gonna, you know,
Waste
betray
my
me.
time. Yeah. I concur.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, what's up, Buttercup? What's next?
Would you stay in a relationship where you're deeply in love, even if it was making your life unstable or chaotic?
Oh, that's so hard. Cause like love goggles are such a real thing.
Oh, for sure.
Like you can be so like deeply in love with a person that you ignore all the bad stuff.
Or you justify it.
You justify,
That's
yeah.
more likely.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I know they're a good person. It's fine. They're figuring it out.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, I probably have to put heart if it's about me. But if anyone else talks to me about it, I'm a hard head. Like, get rid of her, girl.
Yeah.
Get rid of him, girl.
It
like,
is-
get out of there.
It is very
You're
bad.
good.
It's
Yeah,
easier to say to someone else than yourself.
100%.
Yeah. So I don't know. I gotta be in the middle. But I know for other people, I'm a big head.
Yes.
But for myself, I might have to be honest, and it might be closer to red than I would like it to
What would
be.
you say?
I would say probably I'm in Ryan's boat.
Yeah.
Because because love goggles are a serious thing, and I've experienced that myself too. So as much as like I can see certain bad things, and like I feel like I would have like no tolerance for it, you grow excuses for people just because you're in love with them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it's like to have a chaotic, unstable relationship. Thankfully, because I've only dated one person. But I mean, I like to think. First of all, I'm just not good at putting up with stuff that I don't like or like that ruins, like what I got going. So I just don't think I'd be willing to put up with it. I'd be like, you know what, I don't need this. This is too much.
Sure. No,
I can't even deal with my own stuff. If you just add chaos, like I know I'm enough chaos sometimes. Like in some situations, cleanliness type of stuff, like tidiness.
Sure.
Not cleanliness, but tidiness.
Sometimes a little bit of both.
But you know, I don't need somebody else to add fuel to the fire.
Sure.
Because then it's just overwhelming.
Yeah, it definitely is.
That's the problem, isn't it?
But again, it's such an easy thing to fall into.
It's so easy on the outside, again, like I was saying, to be like, no, of course not, hard head, like, get out of there. But then when you're in it and you feel it, it's way harder.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, next question.
Okay, would you move out of the country for your dream job, but doing so would mean that you're leaving your family behind?
Depends on where I'm going.
Like, far away. Abroad.
Yeah, I got that, but like, am I going to London, Tokyo, like somewhere like Italy, like somewhere that I would want to go, or am I going to like Antarctica?
Probably, let's say somewhere that you would like to live.
I would try it out, yeah, because you know what, I can always move back. It's not like it has to be permanent, but I would go on an adventure. If it's for a job that I love, and I'm getting paid enough that I can live in this cool new place, cool new to me place, and like, yeah, I would try it out, because I could always come back if I don't like it.
That's true.
I think I'd do it.
I think I'd do it too, because there's nothing stopping you from like continually conversating with your friends.
It'll be hard, and you won't get to see them all the time, but like, you know, you're doing your dream job, you're living for you, and you can always come back.
Exactly.
If it doesn't work out and you don't like it, you're like, you know what, I'm going to go back home.
Yeah.
And you can do that. So there's no downside. Aside from fear and anxiety, there's no downside.
Yeah, which is constant.
Which is fair. And a few years ago, I probably would have made a different choice, but...
And when your family comes visiting you in that cool place, they have a place to stay.
It's true. No, you're going to a hotel.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, we gotta go somewhere cool, guys.
If you could tell someone how you feel about them, but it might ruin your friendship, would you take the emotional risk or stay quiet to preserve the relationship?
Emotional risk.
I feel like you have to. I feel like it's hard not to, but not doing it is going to make it worse in the long run. Because eventually, because those feelings are just going to bottle up and they're going to fester and fester and fester until either you eat yourself apart or it all comes out in an explosion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you gotta say something. And that fear of ruining that relationship is real. But the reality is, honestly, by saying something, you're either gonna make it better because maybe this person feels the same way, or maybe that's something they're open to exploring, or they're not.
Are we all thinking about it in terms of like dating or something?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's generally the context that this is in, right?
I mean, it could be telling somebody like a secret that would like ruin their image of you or something like that.
Is that how you were thinking?
So that's a different context.
No, I'm saying that, but because this is just saying something that might ruin your friendship. So I mean, it could be that like, you know, you're in love with them, but it could be like, you know, I murdered my mom when I was 12.
That would be a big one.
That would be a big one.
That circumstance, I would keep quiet probably.
Yeah, I still think like if it's someone you're close with though, and that you want to remain close with.
Yeah.
I think generally, all right, maybe aside from incriminating yourself in felonies.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you were
legal
already
matters.
tried and like you're out of prison.
Yeah. Well, but then in that case, right? Then I think there's something like beautiful about that vulnerability.
Sure.
You know, of like you know, it doesn't have. That's scary. But I think ultimately it's the right quote unquote right thing.
I will say it's probably the more logical thing because, like, bottling up is not good. I think my anxiety usually gets the better of me, and then I do not.
Yeah.
I would not say anything.
Yeah.
For a while, at least. I would eat myself alive for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, see, but that's the problem because then that's not.
And then
good.
develop a heart condition, and then I'll tell somebody because I'm like, it's too much.
Yeah. So you gotta say what's on your mind, people.
Babe, I'm gay.
What? Did you know that, Josh?
When were you gonna tell me?
Today.
It's a little late for that. Yeah, I'm gonna pick. Speak your mind, people. It's healthy, and even though if you're afraid of ramifications, chances are if that person's gonna see you differently, then it's probably not a relationship that's gonna last very long anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just find this as a weird scenario, but let's do it. Would you follow your head or your heart if you found a wallet full of cash? Would you keep it to ease your financial struggles, your heart? Or would you return it because it's ethical to do so?
So it's a wallet full of cash, and I have the person's address because I assume their ID is in
Probably.
How much money? That depends.
That
Because
is
if it's too much
full
money,
of cash.
if it's
Yeah,
too
but is it
much,
full of ones or is it full of hundreds?
Because if it's
Hundreds.
if it's a lot of money, I don't think I would keep it because I'd fear some sort of ramification for that.
Would you take some?
Karmic ramification?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like literally, like if it's like for whatever reason, it's a wallet that has thousands of dollars for whatever reasons.
Okay.
I would not take it.
Okay. Here's.
Okay.
All right.
Adjusting.
All right. Here's my thought process.
Alright.
I want to say I would keep the money,
Sure.
but I also feel like my guilt would eat me alive,
Same.
and I would have to. But here's also.
It depends
What
on
if
how much
there's
money.
what if
though.
there's no ID?
If there's no ID and it's just
yeah.
a wallet full of cash, I'm keeping it.
Yeah,
because I don't know who this
Even
belongs
if there's
to.
like $10,000 in there?
Yeah, because I don't know who this
No.
belongs to.
No. Again, it depends on how much money.
No, because for me, if I don't know who this belongs to, I don't have a way to return it to this person. Who am I returning it to? What am I
Police
going to do
officer.
with it? Why would I do that? It's my money. I found it.
Sure.
Finders keepers.
You know, you give that to the police. The officer's just pocketing it.
Sure.
Why do they get it when I found it?
Because
I
it's
did
my
all the
guilty
work.
conscience.
Yeah, but see, that doesn't make me feel guilty because that person's just gonna take it anyway.
What if you donated some of it? Would that make you feel better?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Or you could donate all of it even if you want.
Yeah.
Tax write-off.
I would.
Again,
I
if
might
it's
donate.
if it's too much money, I wouldn't take anything from it because I feel like there's some sort of like ramification that would happen out of it. If it's a little bit, if it's like $3 in there, I think about it, but it's also $3.
Is that even worth committing a felony?
Exactly.
See, for me, it's totally dependent on if there's an ID in there.
Idea
If I put a
plays
face to it, and especially if it's a house down the street, and I could just walk there and be like, "You lost your wallet," I would do that. If there's no identification, there's no way to know who or where this wallet belonged to, I'm taking it.
Sure.
Because if I don't, someone else is going to, and I got lucky enough today that instead of finding a penny face down, I actually found something of value.
And what if you found the wallet, you look up the guy, and they're worth millions?
The guy is worth millions?
Yeah, the guy who owns the wallet.
My answer is the same. If I know who it is and I am able to return it, I'm going to return
What
it
if
to
it's
them.
Jeff Bezos' wallet?
Then maybe he'll give me something for it. Maybe I'll get cash prize,
I don't think
finder's fee.
Bezos gonna give anybody anything.
If not, then whatever, man. I
What if
did
it's
a good
Donald
thing.
Trump? Keeping the money.
Yeah,
Keeping the money.
throw out his ID,
Yeah.
keep his money. If it's Donald Trump, that's a different story. But like anybody else, honestly, generally.
Elon Musk?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It really depends on who it
Depends on
is. There's
who
so
it
many
is,
factors
but
to
it
it.
also depends on if it is somebody. If it's Joe Schmo down the street and they got $300 in their wallet, I'm gonna walk to their house and give them their
Be
wallet.
like,
At least
"Mr.
put it on
and
their
Mrs.
doormat
Joe
or in their
Schmo."
mailbox or something. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Depending on how bad my anxiety is that day.
Sure.
I don't know.
I would not want to put it like in the like on a
I put it
doormat
in
or
the
in the
mailbox.
mailbox. Like, what if the postman just opens it one day? To
Well,
put
I'm
mail in?
That's
not
out of control.
responsible for everybody's
you-
decisions.
No, but
I'm gonna chuck it in their backyard. I don't know, man.
put a note in their mailbox that says, "I threw your wallet in the
Check
backyard."
You're welcome. If I know who it is, I would feel
Well, 'cause-
guilty not returning.
I'm just saying,
if
'cause
I
you didn't-
don't, that money is mine.
You don't want to give it to police because you thought they might take the money, but if there's a wallet sitting in a mailbox, there's nothing stopping a postman from doing the same thing.
Sure, but
Yeah,
he
but
made the.
postmen are more upstanding citizens.
I mean, this is
He
true.
also made the effort to at least try to get it
Return
to,
it. Yeah,
to-
no, I know.
yeah.
So
But-
from his
But I'm
point
just
of
saying,
view,
you should probably
it's out of
ring
his
that
hand.
doorbell.
it'd be weird.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would.
And
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
would it be weird? You just be like, "Hey, I found your wallet."
Yeah.
Maybe
no,
they'll give you cookies.
No, I would leave it in the mailbox in that sense.
The ideal situation is they have a mail slot.
Sure, sure.
Pop it in their
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, I would not want to get face to face on them. For whatever reason, this is the pessimistic in me is saying like, oh, they're gonna say that I stole some money out of them, even though I didn't.
I can see that.
So I'm just like, put it in their mailbox.
Yeah,
they find it,
I
it's
can
theirs
see
now.
that. I can see that.
Do you think part of that's because you're Mexican?
Yeah.
That you think people would assume that you stole stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Would you throw it in their backyard?
No,
Oh.
I'll give it to the dog.
Dogs in the backyard, Josh.
He's in the front yard.
Dogs,
sometimes.
no, dogs in the backyard under the gate, and Josh just goes, money!
The dogs are just, yeah, the dogs are just jumping.
Yes! Make it rain!
Alright, we got off the rails.
No, I didn't want to write where we needed to
We got off the rails. Next question.
This is what people come to this podcast for.
Oh, yeah.
Next question.
Okay, if you could end a long-standing family feud, would you swallow your pride and apologize even if you weren't wrong, or would you hold your ground?
Hold my ground.
So the
Wait,
feud
what's
is
holding
between
ground?
me and somebody else?
I guess.
And
Wait,
if
it's all
I
about-
admit that I was wrong even though I didn't do anything wrong and it would end the feud, or I don't say anything and the feud continues,
Yeah.
it depends on the situation. If
I-
it's something stupid, I'm gonna be like, alright, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
But if it's something like significant that matters...
Well, you have to think about in those movies and stuff, those long film. Okay,
it's
actually,
usually
wait, wait,
something
wait.
stupid.
I read something on Twitter that was hilarious. So apparently, this person has aunts who are twins, and they're
They
turning.
switch places.
No.
Sister trap.
They're
Parent
turning.
trap. What was it?
That's fair. Go ahead.
They're turning 60 in like a week or something,
Sure. On the same
and
day?
because they're twins, yes.
It could have been 11:59 and 12:08. You don't know.
But apparently, they were originally planning for a joint birthday party. But then they got into a big fight, and now they're each holding their own party, but they want to invite. They're inviting everybody, and so basically forcing everybody to pick sides.
I would hate
Yeah,
that. I would not
going to
go.
neither.
And apparently, the
Yeah.
person who posted this was like, yeah, one of my cousins called me and was like, "You better not go to her party," and she's like, "Oh."
I would go to neither one.
And 'cause
and be
somebody's
mad
like-
at that.
But now you get to go and you get twice as much food. And somebody's like, "What were they arguing over anyway?" And she's like, "The menu."
Yeah,
That's fine.
it's always something stupid.
Yeah.
So if it's literally something like that, like if you were mad at me because we were having a birthday party and we disagreed on the menu, it wouldn't even get to a feud point. I would have given up long before it became that point. You know what I
True.
mean? Because I don't.
You're also
care.
more stubborn with this kind of thing.
I mean, I wouldn't have a feud.
No, I
over-
know, but I'm just using that as an example.
over menu.
Sure,
I'm
menu.
using that like usually these things are
You
over
guys have the
something
same taste.
stupid. Well, that's true too. Usually it's over something stupid, and like if I was the problem, I would just be like, whatever. I don't actually even care that much.
Yeah,
But if it's something significant,
a holding ground.
then like that's a different story. So it depends on what the issue is,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't give a firm answer.
like you're accusing me of steering.
This is my answer. This is my
Of
answer.
stealing the family sourdough.
Yeah,
Mother.
sourdough recipe.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's different.
yeah.
Yeah, and then
I would
some-
never.
Somebody's like, "So what you gotta do is you gotta go to both parties and then tell them whose menu is better."
Oh.
No.
No,
You-
because united front against you. Then now you're ostracized. 'Cause then everyone's mad.
Somebody's like, "Settle the debate for them."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I
No,
would do that."
in that situation, I would just remove myself.
I wouldn't go to
immediately.
either.
He's like, you're making me choose. I choose neither.
Yeah.
I think that's what your family would expect you to do in that situation.
Who, me?
Choose neither.
If two people were feuding and like made you choose between them, you'd just be like, "I choose neither."
Yeah, as soon as you make me choose, like, who's right and who's wrong, it's like you're both fucking wrong and I don't care enough.
Yeah. This is dumb.
Or if only one person's making you choose, Josh will choose the other person. He's told me this countless times.
No.
He's like, if you give me an ultimatum, I'm going the other way.
Yeah, ultimatums are where I'm like, no, you're shitty for making me trying to do that.
Yeah. All right, next question.
Would you stay in a relationship that had no future, but you still held deep emotional feelings, and they fulfilled you emotionally?
What does no future mean?
I don't know.
Like, they're like in a dead end job or whatever, and they're not
Yeah,
going
do they
anywhere.
have
Well,
no
maybe they don't.
They
Like,
don't wanna
you
have-
want marriage, they don't, or you want kids, they
huh?
don't. Like, there's no future for you guys because your futures don't line up.
For like the rest of my life, probably not.
Probably not.
For like a couple more years, probably.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not like a guaranteed thing that we're gonna stay together for the rest of our lives or whatever, and that's fine. I'm here for the ride.
I concur.
Next question.
I'm reading because some of these are very similar.
Let's see.
Would you prioritize spending time with your partner, heart, or working hard to secure a stable financial future for both of you, head?
Hard.
Good question, but hard, I guess.
Yeah.
It depends on the day of the week. Like, do I have to work, and I'm gonna ditch work?
No,
I mean,
I
I would
think it's
still-
just
I
like,
would still do
you know,
that.
do you stay late to work on that project to meet the
Oh,
deadline,
no.
or do you like go home and
Hard.
spend time with your family?
Hard. Work's
Hard.
gonna be there
That's how
tomorrow.
I read the question.
Work's gonna
I
be
look
there
at
tomorrow.
work-life balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally like what my professors have been telling me a lot, and I was even talking to Dad about this yesterday. That like they keep telling us, you know, once 4 o'clock hits or whatever your time you're done, you go home, and like you don't worry about it. It's not your problem anymore. Spend time with your family, enjoy your weekends, take your vacations,
Live life.
enjoy
be
your
there.
summers. Like there's always gonna be something to do, and it's gonna be there tomorrow.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
you staying till 6, 7, 8 o'clock tonight isn't gonna change that.
Absolutely.
So enjoy your time, spend your time with your loved ones. Big red all around.
Yeah.
Indeed. Well said. Wait, we clap together.
That's loud.
Okay, well that wasn't a clap. Okay. Would you, if someone hurt you deeply, would you walk away to protect yourself, or stay and try to heal the relationship because you care about them? I guess that was similar to another question, but this is not betrayal. This is somebody hurt you deeply, which is
I
similar.
would walk away for a little bit, but I would try to heal it.
Depend on.
You'd add distance and like.
Well, because you need time apart to really process everything and be like, is this something that is like a deal breaker or not? And in the moment, it can be a deal breaker, but it's something that I could come back to being like, hey, you know, time has passed and I'm willing to talk about this again and see where we can go from here. That's how I see it.
I don't know. It depends on what it is. But I guess I feel like historically I've been more of a want to heal than I have been a walk away entirely. So I probably have to go with that.
Yeah, I feel like I'm very bad at like giving up on people.
Yeah, me too.
Like I even said before, like it's very rare that somebody would lose all like trust and hope from me. Like if we've had like a good connection, I wouldn't just throw that away.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would maybe.
You know, unless they like murdered my cat or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nobody's done that so far.
Yeah, especially since I don't have a cat.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
it really hard for them to do.
But
Like Josh's cat.
I do think sometimes you do need some time to just be like, I just let me
Let me
like,
simmer.
come to terms with what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, would you, if you disagreed with your family's values, but you love them deeply, would you distance yourself to stay true to your beliefs or stay connected out of love?
Stay connected out of love. I say that personally because me and my family don't have, specifically with my parents, we don't have some values that are aligned, and that's fine. They're able to have their own opinion about stuff. It saddened me that they don't agree with me, but it's more of like a respect thing at that point.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. So it's okay if they have different values than me.
Yeah, but also, like, your parents have different values, but they're not actively trying to go against
and that's the big part of it. That's how I'm seeing it. It's like they're not trying to like impose their values onto me, and that's the big difference of it all. If they were that, I'd distance myself a little.
Because I think that's why I choose this one. Because when I think disagree, I'm like, okay, you can have different viewpoints, but and like that disagree, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to throw away the relationship. But when somebody's like, like I just think of the MAGA world that we live in, where those people are so vehemently like against certain values and beliefs, and it's like I just can't see myself associating with them at all because it just goes against every core value that I have.
Sure.
And it's like I don't want to be surrounded by that when I could be surrounded by people who not only believe the same things I do, but like stand up for that and like support it.
Sure.
So,
I agree, and good use on vehemently. But yeah, I feel the same. I also feel like you could do both. Like you can still have a connection with your family and your loved ones, but you could take a step back, maybe. You don't have to be as involved or as present, but you can still have that connection. So I think you can do both, but generally, I agree with you boys.
Okay. If you were in a disagreement with a loved one, would you back down for the sake of peace or stand your ground? Because you believe you're right.
I feel like I just said that a lot of times I give up arguments because I don't care that much, so I guess I gotta go with that one. But also, I'm gonna depend on what the disagreement is about. Is it something big that, no, I know that my position is correct and I believe that, and this is something that is worth fighting for, or is it something small that, just doesn't matter?
Yeah, but I'm with you, right? I'm like, if it's small enough, I feel like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, where do you want to go to food? I want to eat here. I want to eat here. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care that much.
Exactly.
Just his funny thing about food is just he'll be like, I don't care, wherever, and then you name a place, he'll be like, but not that, not that, not that.
That does happen sometimes. I've been trying to get better.
Sometimes.
I've been trying to get better at saying what I don't want, and then saying whatever else is fine. And also, but sometimes I just don't think of places, and then I'm like, I don't care, because I'm thinking of certain places. I'm like, any of those places would be fine, and then somebody says something outside of what I was thinking of, and I'm like, oh, I don't want that.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. But maybe just say some of what you're thinking of the I don't care.
Yeah, but it's whatever. I hear you. You're not wrong.
If you found your dream home but it was out of your budget, would you stretch your finances to get it, or would you settle for something more affordable and comfortable?
Affordable
and comfortable.
Yeah.
That's because honestly, that's all I care about in general.
Really?
That's okay.
Yeah.
So I say that because I would generally go with that one, but they're saying my dream home, it has everything I could absolutely ever want. I'd probably try to go for it.
But you're stretching your finances.
Yeah.
That's stressful. You don't like stress.
Nobody likes stress.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
getting what he wants, Josh. He likes that more.
I think my dream home would... I want to say it would be worth it. It would, fulfill that in me.
Yeah. I gotta be honest, I agree with your assessment. It's just for... No, I do. I agree with you, and I thought of choosing that answer, but the second half being affordable and comfortable, that's all I want in life anyway. I don't have big aspirations for a huge house or anything. I like a house, but I'm fine with a little 2-bedroom with a little
but
yard
you also
for a
know,
dog, and I'm cool with that.
My idea of a dream home is a mansion.
Oh yeah, he wants a man, and he's gonna build me a house in a cliff that's 50 feet.
He wants to be Batman.
Because my dream house would be a place where I can take care of my friends, my family, everybody. Yeah. We'd have a pool. We'd have all the amenities. It would be great. Yeah. So if I could afford that, but I have to struggle a little bit extra or work harder to reach it, I think because it's finally in sight and tangible, I think that would be a good motivator, and I would want to reach that because I do want to be able to provide for other people. As we talked about in other questions, and that is the dream house in my head.
Yeah. I like that. And see, my dream house would be like the small guest house in the back. You know, like
No, you're in a cliff. Remember?
oh yeah, he's gonna build me a
you and Daisy
bat cave in a cliff with not an elevator, a long ladder down.
Yeah.
No, I decided you can have an elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Elevator's too expensive.
It's not in the budget.
Climb a ladder all the way down 50 feet to
No,
my
you
back
can have a
cave.
slide to get down.
How do you get back up?
The ladder.
We'll figure. Yeah.
Yeah. But like for me, affordable
He
and
gets
comfortable. Affordable and comfortable is all I really care about anyway. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm gonna pick that one.
Yeah, I'm with you too. I'm a
What
very
if it
simple
wasn't
man.
a ladder, but it was like a dumbwaiter that you had to do yourself?
Why would I want to do that?
Why are you making
How is
it
that
worse?
better than the ladder?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm asking which would you prefer.
Neither.
I'd rather
I want to
live
go with mom and
comfortably.
dad down in the cottage.
I'll live
Oh yeah,
comfortably.
because it's funny because I even said like mom and dad aren't gonna live in the house, they're gonna live like across the street in a little cottage or something.
Yeah.
So he's like, I just want to live there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do I have to do the manual labor?
I don't know. Your brother likes to make you go through hoops for
He
his
really
entertainment.
does.
I thought you'd enjoy living in a cliff.
Yeah. Put in an elevator.
You know how expensive those are.
You know how
Cheaper than
expensive
the cliff house.
Yeah.
Mining out the cliff is gonna be more
No,
expensive.
you just put dynamite in
Yeah,
it.
if it's Ian's dream house, I'm living comfortably on my own.
John's like, I want no part of
Yeah, I
this
want no
house."
part of that farce.
That charade.
That
That would
charade.
be so
Yeah.
cool.
For you, yeah.
Everybody would be invited.
Everybody would be invited. You're invited. You're invited.
And
You're
so many
invited.
rooms.
Okay, good question. Good answer. Good answer.
Would you follow your heart and pursue a relationship with someone your friends and family disapprove of, or follow your head and end it to avoid the conflict with your loved
I
one?
did that with Daisy for 5 years. I have to pick this one. Lived it. Been there.
No,
Done.
nobody disapproved of you, Daisy.
You are a liar.
I didn't disapprove of you.
Okay, you can say that. I believe that.
I want you to know that, Daisy. Because I feel like the way Ryan talks, you might not believe that. She doesn't watch this.
She doesn't watch this, but you can say it anyway. I'm sure she appreciates it.
You can
She feels it in the ether.
I want you to send her the timestamp.
You're asking too much of me.
But
Yeah, so I guess I gotta pick that one.
Be with someone that your family disapproves of, or cut ties to stay good with your
In
family.
the good graces
Yeah.
of your family, yeah. I feel like, if you like the person, if they're not hurting you,
I don't think
if it's a good, healthy relationship, then that is good. And
I don't- Yeah, I was just gonna say, I don't think I would ever date somebody who would be like so bad that my family would disapprove of so hard that they would like cut me off or anything.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
I don't
Like,
see that for myself.
I can't see myself in that kind of relationship either.
what if they had tattoos, Ian?
Like this. Show the random tattoo.
Josh is just all tatted.
Yeah, you just never knew.
That'd be funny.
No, his mom won't let him get tattoos.
No, my dad won't get me tattoos.
No.
He thinks I'd be in the gang. But he's
With this Pokemon tattoos.
yeah.
Look at my ditto move.
Team Rocket represent.
That's my gang.
No, he's lining up on that because his family's gotten tattoos, and he's like, it's
Yeah, all his siblings have tattoos
That's
except
not
for Art.
and Tony.
Tony doesn't have one?
No,
That surprises me.
Why is
Really?
Tony a rebel?
no.
Yeah, he kind of is.
Every time I ask you guys a question, I get 2 different answers.
Yeah, but don't listen to him about my family.
I
though.
agree. Yeah.
Well,
I feel like that's
Is he a
fair.
rebel? No. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he was just.
That guy drives a Corvette. He's always smoking cigarettes.
He does smoke every now and then for
Oh.
special occasions.
Oh, that's fair.
He
Go
does-
on.
He doesn't drive a sports car, though. He has a Prius.
He has a foreign car. Yeah.
Oh, that little Italian thing.
Yeah,
right?
the Italian car. Yeah.
I saw an Italian car the other day. I don't remember what the model was, but I'm like, I don't recognize this brand, but it sounds Italian.
I hear. I don't know cars.
I don't either.
Working at a car place and all that stuff. I
At
don't know.
the car wash.
But yeah, I can't see myself in any relationship that my family would like disapprove too much about. And any people who they would probably disagree with, I'd also probably disagree with them.
That's fair.
Or be like, yeah, I agree with you guys. Like, that's probably not the best relationship to be in.
That's fair.
Would you take out a loan to help someone in financial trouble? A loved one, not just someone.
Okay,
a loved one. Or say no to protect your own financial stability?
I wouldn't go that far.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah. I wouldn't go far.
I don't even
Like,
loan
that's
people
not my
money.
responsibility.
Yeah.
Like,
Money gets messy with other people.
yeah, I don't even really loan people money unless I'm sure I'm gonna get it back, and even then I won't loan like large amounts.
True.
Like I'll be like,
asked
oh,
for
do you need
$2
this?
the other
Huh? You did not.
day. For the joke, he did.
She's like, no, I didn't.
Just yes and me.
Yes, and
But don't be like, no, actually.
but actually, but yeah, I'm not putting myself on the hook for your
Yeah,
loan.
absolutely not. No, that's
That's not
dumb.
my responsibility.
Exactly. That's dumb.
I agree. Probably do a few more, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm out of questions.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want me to get more.
Get a few more. Let's do 3 more.
Sure. Nice odd number.
Just a lot of them are similar.
Welcome to the car wash.
Okay, if your best friend wanted to start a business together, but you doubted its success, would you join them out of loyalty and belief in their vision,
No.
or decline to avoid financial risk?
Decline.
I think I would definitely have to be all in and believe in their mission.
I agree 100%.
You would believe in their mission?
If I believed in their mission.
Oh, if you believe. But
Like, it would have to be something I actually believed in.
yeah, but this says otherwise.
No, I know.
Yeah, so he's.
But
he's
that's
saying,
why I'm saying this.
He's
Oh,
saying
okay,
he
got it.
would.
I saw the red. I'm like, what?
Oh.
See red.
I would not help them.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah.
Because I love a lot of my friends. I would not go into business with a lot of them. Actually, all of them. I would never go into business with any of them.
Yeah.
If your passion project failed multiple times, would you keep trying because it fulfills you emotionally, or would you give up for something more practical?
Does this count? Because this is not a successful venture.
Is
but
this
it's
a
fun.
passion project?
It's fun, yeah. I'm having a good time. Which one's which?
Yeah.
Um,
Passion. Keep passion. With red.
passion, and then
Stable.
give up for something more practical.
Yeah. I'm passionate.
Because it's a passion. It's not your career. It's like I view it as like a hobby you're doing that maybe you want to become a career, but like is not, and you keep working at it. It's just not working. If it's bringing you joy and fulfillment, then it's worth doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
That's true. I mean, I don't consider this a failure, which is why.
I wouldn't consider it a success yet.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
fair
it's a success in that we put out podcasts and we've been consistent.
Yeah.
But I mean, in terms of viewership, yeah, it's not a success.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was never our true goal.
No,
was
it's just to have fun. So it's a
Yeah.
passion project.
But it also said failed, so that's why I was like.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
consider
but
this.
no, I agree with your statement of like it's just something that's like on the side that's not really affecting.
But
your
also,
life.
it does say failed multiple times. I don't like when something doesn't work out.
The first time.
Excuse you.
He's fixed his 3D printer at least 4 times.
It's true.
But
Are you done with that yet?
I haven't gone back to it. I need
Yeah.
to clean it again. Because
feel
I
like that
stopped
counts.
using it.
I feel like that counts for this. Passion project that keeps failing and you get over it.
I mean, I haven't failed at it either, but it's definitely just, you know.
Well, I don't think it's your failing. I think the machines are tricky and it's a lot of work and effort.
Well, no, I figured it out. I just stopped printing, and then a lot of the filament kind of got dry. But, yeah, I mean, after multiple attempts, I'd rather just take a break or something and do something else than, like, keep. I don't like feeling like I'm just bashing my head against the wall doing the same thing. It's like in a video game when you're stuck on the same level. You put it aside, you come back 4 years later, you do it your first try, and you're like, why was I stuck on that?
That's true. But also, I feel like at that point, though, if you feel like you're bashing your head against the wall, you are not getting fulfillment and joy out of it. So
Sure.
then that nullifies the prompt.
Yeah.
Because to me, that's the important part. Are you still enjoying doing it, or are you trying to force it to be successful? If you're trying to force it, then you probably shouldn't. But if you're still enjoying it and having a good time doing it, and it's just not successful for whatever reason, then yeah, I would still do it because I'm still enjoying doing it.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. Is you gotta like what you do.
You gotta find enjoyment anything you do. Yeah, last question.
If you found yourself in a situation where you could break the rules to help someone in need, would you follow your heart and do it, or would you stick to the rules and avoid the consequences?
I was shifted that I broke the rules all the time because who cares? As long as the job gets done and everyone's happy and no one's getting hurt and everyone's doing what they're supposed to. If it's like, because at the key there's a lot of stupid rules, like little dress code rules or whatever. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
that doesn't harm
Wait,
anyone.
what do you say first?
It depends, really. Like if it's in the same like way that Ryan's saying it, where it doesn't really hurt anyone, then yeah, why not help out someone if it breaks the rules? Doesn't really hurt anyone. Besides the rules, but fuck the rules.
yeah, some rules are just there to be.
What
enforced.
if it's not just breaking the rules, you're breaking the law?
Less likely to do it. Yeah.
Would you still do it
Depends on.
to help somebody?
It
Yeah.
depends.
What about you?
I'd still do it.
Really?
It depends.
Damn, you're a ride or die.
I mean,
I mean,
I think the same thing applies to laws as you would say these rules. Is that some of them are just stupid, and
Well, I think
it shouldn't stop you from helping somebody.
I think the difference is though, like you breaking a rule.
yeah,
you
there's
get
less
in trouble.
consequences.
Yeah, it's the severity of the consequence.
Mhm.
So to me, I guess it depends on the law. It depends on the circumstance.
Yeah.
Would I consider it? Yeah.
For me, in terms of the law, and I mean, I haven't broken a law, so I'm not like incriminating
I
myself.
don't know. You sped a couple of times in your life,
That's true. Speeding is breaking the
Yeah.
law.
sir.
This is a dumb rule.
Still a law.
But I mean, to help somebody else, I think that's more important than following the law. And also, it only matters if you get caught. So
I feel like helping out the other person also depends on what situation.
I think
agree too.
intent matters a lot.
Because sometimes
Not legally.
it could be a situation. Because the way I'm thinking about it is like if it's a situation that they put themselves into for some dumb reason, no, like you did that, you
Right. I'm
you
not
get-
gonna
you
get in
got
trouble
to-
because you're an idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it depends on the stuff. There's
I
a lot
agree.
of elements to it. Most of the time, I'd be like, probably not.
Yeah, I mean, it'd definitely be more of a like I have to think about.
Laws
Yeah.
are more on the black side, but rules. I'm a rule breaker. I'll be honest. I kind of do what I want.
He
It.
puts that
If
boy
my
on his
job's
Tinder.
watching this, I follow all the rules.
But that's the thing. A lot of people break rules all the time because there are a lot of rules that are just there to
A
be
lot of
enforced.
People who make the rules break the rules.
Yeah, exactly. So
Dress
it's like,
code.
yeah, like stuff like that is so silly.
Dress codes are stupid.
And like at the Cube, there was a rule technically that like you weren't allowed to talk to people. Like you had to stay at your stations. But I'm like, if there's no one around, right?
I'm gonna tell them
And
about
it's
that too.
empty. Like you guys can talk. That's fine. All you gotta do, you see some guests coming up, you go to your spots. Do what you gotta do. They leave and it's empty again. You can talk again. Like I don't care. That's breaking the rules. But to me, I'm like, who cares?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you have to stand in that spot for the next 8 hours and not talk to the person who's 10 feet away from you.
Yeah.
Like that's stupid. So like, yeah, I break rules that are stupid and have no consequence as long as they're also reasonable
They're doing their
and
job.
they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah. No, I
Right?
know.
If you're talking in front of a guest and you're ignoring the people in front of you, that's a problem because
Yeah.
you're not doing your job and that should be priority here in this circumstance. But if you're not hurting anyone, there's no one around, you can talk. I don't care. I'm not gonna get mad at you. You know what I mean? I'm probably gonna come up and say, "Hey, how's it going?" And I'm gonna talk to you too. And I'm gonna walk away. And you do what you do as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do. So I think a lot of rules are dumb anyway. So like, yeah, I'll break rules. Laws, it depends on the situation.
Well, that's all we got for mind versus heart. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.